Okay, so now we're at a point where I'm the parts guy, and a mechanic comes up to the counter and says, hey, here's my ticket, I need some parts. So he keys in the 469, oops, hold on, 469210, which is the ticket we just opened and produced and we're ready to charge out parts. So it just so happens I have some parts that we've already used and they're heavy movers. So let's do an 07-00-310-00. You have the ability to override quantity, price, and anything in the shop gets billed at list price. Even though this customer is coded for a discount, in the shop you can only fit so many reefer units. You can sell truckloads of equipment over the counter, but in order to repair stuff in the shop, you have overhead of the facility, and things should be charged at list price. Okay, so I'll do a couple more parts here. Let's do a 14-00209-00 dryer and 12-0592-00. Okay, now we've got all the mechanics out there, and at this point we've charged out any parts, and now let's just assume, yeah, I'm just going to actually do complete. So now we're done. We've charged out all the parts. Later on, that mechanic is going to close out his ticket. He's going to write on that ticket what he did to do the repair work, and the service manager is the one that has the creative writing skills and makes a story that's going to sell to the customer. So the service manager will pull up 469210, and we're going to charge out the labor. So question mark LB. All the mechanics start with LB, and we have their mechanic number, and then we have other stuff after that. And the reason we do this, we've got this in this example. We got tons of these for let's do this. Let's do LB104. Let's go about this. AD stands for administrative. WA is warranty. We're looking for standard time, so I'm just going to do LB105ST. And I'm going to say 6.5 hours. It really took me 5.5. $105 an hour. And now at the end of this, well, actually let's do. I'm just going to leave it alone. You can do an A24, which means I want to, or I could do an A at the end of that line. I want to add the story of what I did to repair that reefer unit. So by doing an A24, I'm going to say, okay, it's a carrier unit. And I'm going to say replaced system dryer, DRIR, recharge. Yeah, I can spell. Recharge Freon. And test for leaks. Okay, technically we're done at this point. So the bill is $779 so far, but that doesn't have shop supplies or anything else on it. So we also have where we do a J for a job cost, and again that does not close out the ticket, but it will show you all the parts and labor. So here's the guy's story. He's got 5.5 hours, but he's billing 6.5 hours. We're showing his extended cost. Cost is 50% of labor. And then we're showing the profit margin, the markup, and the gross profit for that labor. And we also give it a score. A perfect score is a 10, and that's based on the build hours versus the cost. And we can set the parameters for, like double labor or 3 times labor to be a 10. And then let's scroll down here at the parts. And we're showing all the parts that are charged out, the quantity used, selling price, cost, the markup, and the gross profit on each item. So as I look at this, the grand total of profit is $433, and we have a score of 9.39. So a perfect score is a 10, close enough. This gives you the ability to look at the invoice before you close it out. A good service manager knows, like, when you work in the nighttime hours, the mechanic goes and grabs whatever he wants out of the parts department, and not everything may be charged out. Case in point, there's no Freon on this. So a good service manager would look at this, oh, we're missing some parts, and he would add those items before he closes out a ticket. This just gives you the ability to say, how much are we making on this job? And you can tweak it. Sometimes a mechanic might have spent way too much time on that job, and it needs to be adjusted the other direction. The last thing you want is an unhappy customer. A happy customer might refer you once or twice. An unhappy customer will tell everybody they know that they're unhappy. Okay, so here we have miscellaneous shop supplies. And in this case, we did 7% of, and not to exceed $75 on this particular demo system. Okay, so that said, we're ready to close out the ticket. So I'm going to